Always remember that non-physical beings are of a very high frequency, of a light that humans cannot even conceive. They are of the origin of all things, and therefore exist in purity, before impurity and corruption. Humans live in a chaotic existence, and in order to have any contact whatsoever with what is above them, they must do the things that will allow them to rise. There are things we must avoid, that must be adhered, in order to show any type of reverence or honor to these higher beings. We must practice what the human mind may conceive as cleanliness in all forms of that word. That is the only road to divinity. When dark forces are entertained, it manifests many unfortunate circumstances, some of them subtle. These situations do not only affect the practitioner who has called these chaotic forces, but also affect the family. It is not just the wearing of dark colors that manifest these things, but when these colors are worn together with spiritual practice. The human himself calls these forces by opening portal through either tarot cards, invocation, but which door is opened depends on the symbols the practitioner makes use of. We can liken divinity to meditation. However, there is a need to recognize divinity not only in your meditations, but within your entire being and your entire reality. We can recognize that divinity is a quality of the Creator. There is also a momentum such as a transformation or an action, and divinity is an embodiment, meaning that it is actively living on the earth and the inner planes. It can also mean a grounded energy of the Creator. We have a quality, a momentum, and an embodiment. You may be able to recognize that these three phases you experience often in your reality. In fact, every day and every moment, not only in meditation and spiritual practice, but in your connection with others, with nature, with animals, your achievements, your inspirations, your dreams, the actions and the reactions that you create. It is also important to realize that the negative emotion, a negative experience, and a negative embodiment all allow you to take a step closer to your divinity. With this understanding of the manifestation of divinity, you can begin to recognize divinity within your being and within your reality. In fact, within all that you are and all that you experience. Before advancing into practicality, one must have a competent master to guide him in what he is about to undertake, so as to avoid dangerous consequences. But now, that from once a door is opened by a dark force, that door will be hard to close, if ever, and there begins the disturbance in the person's life and their family. Particular beings will test human worthiness, if even to be in their presence alone. So when a person wears dark colors while practicing spirituality, he is asking to be tested by forces he cannot even imagine. There are forces that the human is not able to manage unless he possesses the keys or signature of such forces. But if you are not experiencing loving relationships in your life, or if there is an area of your love life in which you feel blocked or challenged, it's not that divine isn't providing loving relationships for you. It's simply that you are in some way blocked off from the flow of divine love in your life. In our modern day and age, becoming blocked off from the flow of divine love in one or more areas of your life is all too common. Limiting beliefs, past wounds and traumas, distorted thought patterns, negative habits, fear-based distorted energies, and more can all block you off from the flow of divine love. By clearing out the blockages and distorted energies in you that are triggering challenges in your relationships, or perhaps even preventing loving relationships from manifesting, you can resync with the flow of divine love in your life and allow the blessings the divine has in store for you in the area of loving relationships to unfold and appear. Recognize the momentum you put into action, your actions of creation, your actions of care, of supporting yourself, of supporting others, of transformation, inspiration, awakening, healing, and of letting go. Let yourself to recognize each process as you go throughout your day. You can say to yourself, I recognize this process as my divinity or carrying my divinity. Or I recognize this process as leading me closer to my divinity. You can create the words that support and assist you. Recognize the embodiment of the creator of divinity within yourself and others. You may see the most beautiful tree. Take a moment. Recognize the divinity that is present. You may have a beautiful change with another being. Take a moment. Recognize the divinity within that being. You may receive a gift. Someone may support you, or a synchronicity falls into place. Let yourself to recognize the embodiment of the creator of divinity. The simple taking a moment to recognize this is a divinity is like you taking a moment to choose up a jewel that was always yours. Return to yourself, to your truth. When you allow yourself to focus, to concentrate on the presence of your divinity in these three different ways: qualities, momentum, and embodiment, you will be recognizing your divinity in action. Not only will your divinity within your being be swelling up and magnifying, it will be overflowing from your being into everything that you do and everything that you say. Therefore, through the process of focus, you will be divinity in action, and through the process of allowing yourself to do that, you will be divinity in action, because divinity will be pouring from you into every action, every aspect of your being.